Hi everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and today we are going to decode the Hindu newspaper daily news analysis for 10th of November 2020. आज हम daily news analysis cover करने वाले हैं 10th of November 2020 का, and today we are going to cover some most important current affairs from the Hindu newspaper. So let's start. Also, I'm going to solve one prelims related question which was asked from the current affairs that are always in news. न्यूज़पेपर में जो करंट अफेयर्स रहते हैं ज़्यादातर, उनमें से 2018 प्रीलिम्स में एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट प्रोमिनेंट क्वेश्चन आया था जो कि आज हम क्लास में सॉल्व करेंगे. सो वॉच दिस लेक्चर टिल द वेरी एंड एंड ऑल्सो डू नॉट फॉरगेट to download the PDF of the lecture which will be uploaded on my Telegram channel Simplifying UPSC with Ease. Link is given below in the description box. Telegram channel से आप क्लास का PDF भी डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. Now before starting the class, here's a small announcement for all of you. Now Atish Mathur sir has brought this Magna Carta series of Indian polity for UPSC CSE on Unacademy for free. Free classes special series on Indian polity has been launched for UPSC 2020, 21, 2022, 23 aspirants. Now why should you use watch these free lectures by Atish Mathur sir? Because it's a Magna Carta series on Indian polity wherein for prelims examination every topic from Indian polity will be covered very concisely, conceptually and in a structured manner by Atish Mathur sir, who is also Unacademy's top educator for Indian polity, who is going to give you free lectures to strengthen your preparation. So there will be 13 lectures in this series. इस series में 13 lectures होंगे and all these 13 lectures will be free of cost. The link is given below in the description box. You have to download the Unacademy app, then you have to register yourself and click on the link given below in the description of the video for watching all these series. ये सारी series देखने के लिए free of cost आपको Unacademy का learning app download करना होगा और register करना होगा खुद को. उसके बाद आप link पे click करेंगे तो आप ये सारे live lectures, free lectures देख सकते हैं. So do not miss these lectures. They are going to be very beneficial for all of you for your prelims perspective. Let's start the newspaper decoding. The first news, as you can see, is NGT links cracker sales to air quality. So over here, you all know that in the newspaper you must have studied that Delhi's air quality has been put under this very poor and severe category. Delhi की जो air quality है ना इस वक्त बहुत ही ज़्यादा खतरनाक और severe category में डाली जा चुकी है. Right? We are facing a lot of severity in the pollution levels in Delhi. So the National Green Tribunal has ordered that the cracker sales because Diwali is coming, would be likely linked to the air quality in cities and towns across the country. पूरे देश में, पूरे नेशन में नवंबर 10 से लेकर नवंबर 30 के बीच में पटाखों की जो सेल्स हैं उन पे रिस्ट्रिक्शंस लगाई जाएगी सभी सिटीज और टाउन्स में जहां एयर क्वालिटी पुअर और सीवियर कैटेगरी में है. द एनजीटी ऑल्सो नोटेड दैट सेवरल स्टेट्स हैव ऑलरेडी प्रोहिबिटेड द सेल एंड यूज ऑफ फायर क्रैकर्स टू प्रोटेक्ट द वल्नरेबल ग्रुप्स इंक्लूडिंग एल्डरली चिल्ड्रन एंड persons with comorbidities. So this has been implemented in New Delhi also. There would be a total ban on the sale or use of all kinds of firecrackers in all cities and towns across the country, not only in Delhi but across the country where the average air quality is under poor category or under severe category. But the places where the air quality is under the moderate or below category, below moderate category, only green crackers would be permitted and timings for bursting them would be restricted to 2 hours. तो आप देख सकते हो धीरे धीरे जैसे आप छोटे थे तो आप खूब पटाखे फोड़ा करते थे, खूब पटाखे जलाया करते थे क्योंकि उस वक्त एयर क्वालिटी इस खतरनाक लेवल पर नहीं थी जो इस वक्त आ चुकी है, जहां हमें ग्रीन क्रैकर्स बर्स्ट करने के ऑर्डर्स दिए गए हैं, वो भी रिस्ट्रिक्टेड टाइम आवर्स में, और कुछ सिटीज और टाउन्स में तो क्रैकर्स बर्न करने की परमिशन बिल्कुल ही वापस ले ली गई है. राइट? This is all because of the severe air quality that has been prevalent. Now here regarding NGT, the question in prelims 2020-18 came. 2018 में prelims में NGT से related question आया था. In 2017 also a question on NGT was there in prelims. So in prelims they are targeting NGT and CPCB. तो इनको आपको prepare करना ही करना है. Make sure that you prepare these two topics for prelims. Which of the following statements about National Green Tribunal is or are correct? It is a statutory body established under Environment Protection Act 1986. Tribunal is not bound by procedure laid down under Code of Civil Procedure. NGT is not empowered to hear issues related to national parks, sanctuaries and tiger reserves. Select the correct answer using the code given below. You have 5 seconds time to select the correct answer. आप लोगों के पास 5 सेकंड का टाइम है आंसर सेलेक्ट करने का. द करेक्ट आंसर इन दिस केस इस केस में जो करेक्ट आंसर है वो है सी. सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. Only statement 2 and 3 are correct. Why statement 1 is wrong? Because it is not established under the Environment Protection Act 1986. It was established under the NGT Act of 2010. Okay? For solving the cases related to environmental protection and conservation of forest. ठीक है? Now the next important news, finance panel submits report with separate sections on state finances. So over here you have to study the 15th finance commission जो कि prelims के लिए बहुत important है आपके. 15th finance commission has finalized its report for fund devolution from the center to the states for the 5 years from 2021-22 to 2025-26. 15th फाइनेंस कमीशन ने क्या किया है, एक रिपोर्ट फाइनलाइज की है फंड डेवोल्यूशन की. फंड डेवोल्यूशन मींस हाउ दे आर गोइंग टू. फंड डेवोल्यूशन का मतलब होता है कि सेंटर से स्टेट के बीच में फंड को शेयर करना, राइट, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना फॉर द पीरियड ऑफ 5 years till 2026. So the commission was asked to give its recommendations on many unique and wide-ranging issues in the terms of reference, and based on that the 15th finance commission has finalized its recommendation report. So besides its main recommendation on devolution of funds between center and states, there are different other issues also which the commission has addressed. For example, considering a new non-lapsable fund for financing the national security and defense spending. तो नेशनल सिक्योरिटी और डिफेंस स्पेंडिंग को, डिफेंस पे जो खर्चा होता है उसको फाइनेंस करने के लिए एक नॉन लैप्सेबल फंड की रचना करने की बात की है 15th फाइनेंस कमीशन ने. Offering performance incentives to the states. That means if the states are able to perform well, able to achieve their set targets, then they will be given financial performance incentives so that they will be appreciated financially, so that in the future also they can work on to achieve their targets, timely targets. Apart from the main report, uniquely titled Finance Commission in COVID Times, 15th Finance Commission presented 2 volumes as part of its submission. One volume which it submitted, it focused on the state of the center's finances and scrutiny of each and every department. What are the challenges which each and every department face, how we can solve those challenges. And second volume is dedicated to the states. पहला volume जो उन्होंने लॉन्च किया 15th फाइनेंस कमीशन ने वो सेंटर के लिए था. सेकंड स्टेट्स के ऊपर था, स्टेट्स का फाइनेंस कैसा है, राइट, हाउ दे आर परफॉर्मिंग, व्हाट आर द चैलेंजेस इन द स्टेट फाइनेंस एटसेट्रा. ओके. The next important article, Punjab revokes journal consent given to CBI. The Punjab government has withdrawn journal consent given to CBI for investigating cases in the states. पंजाब गवर्नमेंट ने सीबीआई को जो जर्नल कंसेंट होता है वो वापस ले लिया है, दिया नहीं है केसेस इन्वेस्टिगेट करने के लिए पंजाब में. सीबीआई डिराइव्स इट्स लीगल पावर्स फ्रॉम द दिल्ली, अंडरलाइन दिस, दिल्ली स्पेशल पुलिस एस्टैब्लिशमेंट एक्ट ऑफ 1946. एंड व्हेन द पंजाब गवर्नमेंट हैज विड्रॉल और टेकन बैक द जर्नल कंसेंट फॉर इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग केसेस by members of Delhi Special Police Establishment, CBI would have to now ask for prior permission from the state government for conducting any investigation. अब जब जनरल कंसेंट वापस ले लिया है तो कोई भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन सीबीआई को अगर करनी होगी तो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, पंजाब स्टेट गवर्नमेंट से पहले से परमिशन लेनी पड़ेगी. ठीक है. नाउ हियर द क्वेश्चन कम्स, व्हाट इज जर्नल कंसेंट. ये जर्नल कंसेंट का मतलब क्या होता है. सी वी ऑल नो दैट सीबीआई इज गवर्न्ड बाय दिल्ली स्पेशल पुलिस एस्टैब्लिशमेंट एक्ट. ओके. And this act makes consent of a state government compulsory for conducting an investigation in that state. For example, if CBI has to investigate any case in any other state, then the consent is mandatory. That means CBI has to take mandatory permission from that state to conduct any investigation. So general consent is routinely given by state governments. ये जो general consent है ना, ये routinely दिया जाता है state governments को for 6 months to a year to CBI and all the other agencies under this Delhi Special Police Establishment Act. So this consent is necessary as the jurisdiction of these agencies is confined to Delhi and Union Territories under this act, because it is formed under Delhi Special Police Establishment Act. So if it wants to investigate case in any other state, then it has to take permission, it has to take consent. There are 2 kinds of consent. case specific and general consent. Given that CBI has jurisdiction only over central government departments and employees, it can investigate case involving state government employees also or violent crime in any given state only आफ्टर द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट गिव्स इट्स कॉन्सेंट. तो वैसे दिल्ली में तो ये कर सकता है अपना इन्वेस्टिगेशन, बट और किसी स्टेट में अगर इन्वेस्टिगेशन करनी हो तो उस केस में परमिशन लेनी पड़ेगी, कॉन्सेंट लेना पड़ेगा. So general consent is normally given to help CBI to conduct its investigation in corruption related cases. मान लो किसी भी तरीके का corruption related case है ना, तो general consent चाहिए होता है CBI को. Other states like West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra have also withdrawn consent to the CBI to operate freely in their respective jurisdictions. So now does this mean that CBI will not be able to investigate cases in all the states which have taken back their general consent? So withdrawal of consent will only bar the CBI, will only stop the CBI from registering case within jurisdiction of such states. CBI would still have the power to investigate old cases. जो नए cases हैं उनको register करने पे रोक लगेगी CBI के अगर consent ले लिया है, बट जो पुराने cases हैं जो registered हैं already, जहां पर general consent already दी गई थी, उन cases को investigate CBI करता रहेगा. The old cases CBI would still be able to investigate in other states. Also, cases registered anywhere else in the country involving people stationed in a state that has taken back the general consent, it would allow CBI's jurisdiction to extend to these states also. Okay? तो ये पॉइंट्स आपको पढ़ने हैं आपके GS पेपर 2 के लिए. This is important for mains. Clear? Now the next important article, PM 2.5 level nearly 7 times the safe limit. Over here you have to study SAFER. यहाँ पर आप इस पैराग्राफ में देखोगे they have discussed SAFER over here. What is SAFER? SAFER is the system of air quality and weather forecasting and research. And it is a national initiative which is introduced by Ministry of Earth Science. Underline this. They can confuse you by writing Ministry of Environment and Ecology and Climate Change. That will be wrong. It is initiative. The initiative has been introduced by Ministry of Earth Science. Why this initiative has been taken place or it has been introduced? To measure the air quality of metropolitan city by measuring the overall pollution level and location specific air quality of the city. And it is indigenously developed by Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology which is in Pune and operationalized by IMD, that is India Meteorological Department. तो ये points जो है ना ये आपके prelims के लिए important है. These points are important for prelims. Do make them note them down. And it is part of India's first air quality early warning system. ये इंडिया का पहला air quality early warning system का part है which is operational in Delhi. Okay. So what are the pollutants which are monitored in this system? PM 2.5, sulfur dioxide, benzene, then carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, xylene, mercury. These are the pollutants which are measured in this air quality monitoring system. The next important article is academic credit banks degree with entry and exit options soon. So the changes are going to be brought about under the first National Agricultural Education Policy. This policy will set up academic credit banks, degree programs with multiple entry and exit options to the 74 universities, and these degree programs are going to focus on crop science, fisheries, veterinary, dairy training and research. This new policy has been drafted in order to ease the life of agricultural university students, and it is in line with the national education policy. Now in this education policy there is a new program, that is student ready. What is student ready program? The full form is Rural Entrepreneurship Awareness Development Yojana program, which requires all the students to undertake 6-month internship, usually in their 4th year, to gain hands-on training, rural awareness, industry experience, expertise and entrepreneurship skills. तो ये जो आपका टॉपिक है ये आपके प्रीलिम्स के लिए काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है, एज वेल एज जीएस पेपर 2 वेलफेयर स्कीम्स एंड पॉलिसीज. Now the next article, second last article, India Maldives signed 4 MOUs to boost ties. So New Delhi and Maldives have signed 4 agreements during India's foreign secretary's visit to Maldives. It includes $100 million Indian grant for an ambitious connectivity project, and this is a part of India's $500 million package for Greater Male Connectivity project. The two governments had also signed a deal of $400 million earlier, by taking credit from the Exim Bank of India. Two MOUs, that is Memorandum of Understandings, have been signed for high impact community development projects. Over here you can see we are building up infrastructure, we are building up connectivity, we are building up community development, we are also having cooperation in sports and youth affairs. It is indirectly going to boost up India and Maldives relationship, which can be very productive in order to counter China's influence. Okay. The next and last important topic for today, CCI to probe government's abuse, Google's abuse of position. So the Competition Commission of India, that is CCI, this is important for prelims, ये आपके prelims के लिए important है. It has ordered a detailed investigation against Google for abuse of its dominant position with regard to digital payments application Google Pay. So what is Competition Commission of India? It was established under the Competition Act 2002 for administration, implementation and enforcement of the Act. It was constituted in 2009. It's a statutory body responsible for enforcing Competition Act 2002 throughout India. The objective is to promote and sustain competition in market, to ensure freedom of trade and to protect the interest of consumers. अगर किसी तरीके की ऐसी प्रैक्टिस है जो मार्केट कंपटीशन को गलत डायरेक्शन में लेकर जाती है तो उन प्रैक्टिसेस को भी चेक किया जाता है और कंट्रोल में लाया जाता है सीसीआई के द्वारा. ठीक है. So this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's class. If you really enjoyed today's class, do not forget to like the video, share the video as well as subscribe to the channel. Thank you.